ego death and physical death are not the same. When you die, the personality, the shell, the body, the vessel goes to the grave. First of all, remember this very well. After every death, there's a rebirth. Any type of death. After every death, there is a rebirth. I don't only mean like, oh, you die and you have to get buried in the ground now. Personality death, like you could go through ego death, you're gonna rebirth into a new person. You're gonna evolve. After every death, there's a rebirth. That's a law. That's law. Nobody can fucking change that. Don't matter how much you try and project your beliefs and shit. After every death, there's a rebirth. Now, let's say you had anger issues, right, in this life, and you die. You're gonna take that shit to the grave. You're gonna take that shit until your next life with you, because you gotta understand that your spirit doesn't die. You are soul and spirit, electricity and magnetism. What does that mean? That means that your chakra system, right? When you go into the next life, you're gonna take those same sort of blockages, right? The same like of course, when you incarnate into a new baby, your chakra system, your spirit is gonna be well aligned because you're in a new vessel. But you're gonna be really prone to repeating the same dramas that you had in your past life. That means, and if your past life you were like a people pleaser, right? If you were like a thief or some shit, and you haven't learned that lesson yet, like you haven't learned it, you died being a thief. In this life, you're gonna most likely be a thief again until you learn that lesson. So that's what Earth is all about. That's the school of Earth, like teaching the souls valuable experiences. Now, these experiences are not only valuable to this planet, this world. You can incarnate into other worlds. Take that wisdom with you. All right. Now, Earth is one of the best planets to evolve your soul, because the lessons you can grab over here are unlike any other planet. Now, literally being born into this life, only knowing the 3D, only thinking that 3D is all there is, like Mario, right? Mario only thinks the 2D, that's all there is. And then finding your way to evolve your spirit, right? Because look, this life is hard because your pineal gland is calcified since young. So it's hard to learn about the 4D with experience, because your pineal gland is what gives you 4D experiences. If your pineal gland is calcified, it's going to be hard to gain 4D experiences. Now, that's one of the hardest things you could do. Have a calcified pineal gland. Walk with faith, because having your first eye, look, remember, this is your first eye, man. These two are your second eyes. So when you're walking with your second eyes only, you're walking with faith. So when you walk with faith, right, that means there's gonna be many times where you feel like, oh, maybe what you believe isn't really like all that accurate, right? Up until this starts working again. Because when you meditate, like this waking up at the matrix shit takes time, effort. It takes, like, you gotta have enough faith, right? Because people that don't have faith, that don't believe in any of this, are the ones that never even get started on their journey, on their spiritual awakening journey. Now, old souls are most definitely already been questioning life since birth. So when they find this information, it resonates with their soul so much because their souls are wise. So they already know that this is truth, this is law, because that's where they come from, right? They've done it They've done this many times. So those are your people like me. People that feel passionate about either learning or teaching this. Now, even the people like me, although it may seem like it's all easy and shit on video, we have to deal with our own 3D minds. Old souls, such as myself, have the worst of 3D minds. Because since childhood, we were born with the gift of discernment. That means we literally analyze everything, every single situation we've ever been through. We always used our third eye, although it was calcified. We always used our first eye to be able to alchemize situations, right? Because this is what happens when you have this discernment. When you have discernment, your soul already knows spiritual wisdom. So because your soul already knows spiritual wisdom, it knows automatically that you can manipulate energy to get something in exchange. As a kid, right? This is where people pleasers are born from, and this is where narcissists are born from. Because narcissists are master manipulators. They learned it from childhood, right? At first, they start with crime. Cause look, that's the difference between old souls and newer souls. They don't have that much wisdom. So as long as this is calcified, it's gonna be very hard for them to wake up. However, old souls have wisdom. Let's say an old soul turns into a narcissist, right? Those motherfuckers are so smart into manipulating motherfuckers into situations into their favor, because they also have the gift of discernment. So since young, they always observe how the laws of the universe work, right? The law of cause and effect. Okay, so then they put two and two together. There is certain causes that I can manipulate, so then it could turn into an effect, into an effect that benefits me, right? If that makes sense. So for example, so whenever I cry, my parents automatically shift into a mode that they'll like comfort me, give me whatever I want. So they learned this since young, and then, bro, imagine your kid manipulating you, and you're the whole grown adult, and you ain't even catching on to this. So some kids use crying as a form of manipulation, but narcissists, however, they take this shit into adulthood and they evolve it. And many narcissists get into spirituality as well. And this is when they become very dangerous, because they can also wake up out of the 3D and learn the 4D, 5D. And when you understand that the 4D, 5D is governs the 3D, then they can manipulate you from higher dimensions, and you will never know it, because you don't even your mind ain't even awakened to higher dimensions yet. So what am I essentially saying is that if Bowser pops out the game, right, and Mario, if Bowser pops out the game and learns that, this is an analogy for what I just said, right? If Bowser learns that he can pop out the game and just pick up a fucking controller and throw Mario off the fucking cliff every single time, right? That's kind of like a vague analogy, like interpretation of what I just said. You feel me? That's essentially what narcissists are doing. Advanced narcissists, right? The ones that know how to use their first eye. So they can manipulate you from the 4D because they know how to manipulate energy. They're master alchemizers. They know the laws of nature very well, so they can use it against you. You don't know what the fuck you're doing in life. If you don't know the laws of nature, the laws of the universe, the hermetic teachings, you do not know what the fuck you're doing in life. However, the people that do know this, they can either use it for good because they have an advantage over you. They have 4D knowledge, 4D wisdom. They can either use it to help you, or they can use it to manipulate you, to hurt you, to get whatever they want out of, because this world is filled with 3D people. So if you know how to manipulate motherfuckers from the 4D and they oblivious to it, you can manipulate anybody, bro. Now, the only people that are a match to these narcissists, right, are people who also have 4D knowledge, or people who know that knowledge is power, or people who were blessed with the gift of discernment, also since young. Other old souls. Y'all do not have no idea how many motherfuckers is actually being manipulated. Because it's not only narcissists that can manipulate you from the 4D. What you think negative thoughts are, what you think demons are. There is a such thing as disembodied spirits. Spirits that basically got stuck in this world. Because when you die, you're supposed to either reincarnate or transcend through the levels of matter until you get to the highest one, which is where the cosmos is at. So technically the cosmos is right here. If you picking up what I'm putting down, then you're gonna understand that this world that you see, this forest, it looks like it's outside of me. I can touch it. I can literally touch it if I want. But this world is within me. It's not outside of me. This body is, I'm not inside this body. This body is inside me. That shit makes no sense, right? Of course it's not gonna make no sense. The same way that you can't tell Mario that he doesn't have any left or right. That's why you don't understand shit about the 4D, 5D. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense that Mario doesn't have left or right, and you can't tell him that because it doesn't make sense. So when I tell you that this world that you think is outside of you is within you. So if you understand that, you understand how you got here. You were in higher dimensions, right? Everything is right here, bro. You're the awareness. Everything is inside your pineal gland. This world is inside your pineal gland. That's why it's so real. You could touch it. You could walk somewhere. You could get hurt and feel pain. But it's only a simulation. It's a 3D. It's a simulation in a 3D format. And it's governed by higher dimensions. We think that thoughts are just something that we come up with. No. Thoughts are from the 4D, 5D. If you don't believe me, do this experiment yourself. Look, whenever you out with friends, think of something that they can come up, that they could, like don't think of something, like, look, when you out with your friends, with people, if you do it with one person, it's gonna work better. Go out into nature, chill outside with them on the grass or in a room, it doesn't matter, somewhere. Now, let's say y'all in somebody's crib, like one of y'all friends' crib that y'all find nice, right? Just think about that. This house is nice. This house is nice. This house is nice. But don't say it out loud. Don't say it. Just think about it and then wait for them to catch that thought. I guarantee you they're gonna say it. At some point they're gonna say, yo, bro, not gonna lie, this house is nice. Bro, word to everything, bro. Do it. Do this experiment, bro. Don't do it once. Don't do it twice. Do it over and over again until you see the patterns. Keep doing it. Keep doing it. Y'all out, y'all walking in nature, right? Let's say y'all came into woods like this to spark up or some shit, right? Think in your head, Bro, what if there's a bear around here? What if there's a bear? What if there's danger? What if there's danger? Just keep thinking that. And wait for him to catch that thought. Watch. He's going to be like, yo, imagine there's a bear in here. Watch, bro. I'm telling you, it's going to work that way. Because thoughts are not what we thought they was. Like, we thought that thoughts are like, bro, if you knew how many thoughts we keep bouncing around from each other, like mind to mind. Because thoughts are part of a higher dimension, the mental field. Now, spirits are literally able to manipulate your thoughts. They can put certain thoughts, like there's malevolent spirits that would put negative thoughts in your head. That's why you need to protect yourself spiritually. Some people don't have no spiritual protection, and they wonder why their whole life be so fucked up. Spiritual protection is way more important than physical 3D protection. Because if you're protected spiritually, ain't nothing nobody can do to kill you, to hurt you, to do nothing. If you protected spiritually, a motherfucker can run down with you with a gun, bust at you as many times as he wants. No, none of them bullets gonna hit you. If they hit you, you gonna survive, bro. That's the worst case scenario right there. A bullet hit you, you survive. Because you're protected. Now, do you know what the fuck gonna happen to that motherfucker because he shot you or because he tried to shoot at you? He got no spiritual protection. So do you know what the fuck is gonna happen to them? All type of bad luck, all type of accidents, all type of, bro. A motherfucker in the, bro, it gets wacky, bro. Like, motherfuckers in their family gonna start to drop and shit. Like, shit like that. So all this shit ties into magic. And how certain spiritualists, negative or positive, you know, witches, warlocks, use magic to hurt people. And then there's certain individuals that use magic for positive purposes, right? Now, that's a whole another topic. I'm going to make another video on that. Look, my camera's about to die, and I think this video is long as fuck. So I'm going to leave y'all with that. So seek to understand the 4D, 5D. The way you do that is by decalcifying your pineal gland. Meditate. Learn your mind. Study the laws of the universe. Study the 7 hermetic teachings. Study all this stuff. But don't study without seeking experience. That's the most important ingredient right there, experience. You have to pair the knowledge with experience. If you only have knowledge, that's all you have, then you know different than the ignorance and the arrogant people. The people that are hard-headed. Stubborn people, right? So, do the practices. Meditate. Meditation is the main thing. Meditation is the main thing. Just walk with faith, because you're not going to experience no whoop-de-wop shit at first. When you start meditating, you're not going to experience nothing crazy. But after a while, the knowledge or wisdom is going to start coming to you naturally. I'm going to leave y'all with that. Peace. Meaning, proper education always creates elevation. Alright? Stay up.